I think we need to be in order.
Yeah. You know what? That seems good. That seems good. We're following you, Laura.
Yes, there we go.
As it had been told to them.
Once upon a mountaintop,
3 little trees
Stood and
dreamed of what they wanted to be when they grew up.
the first little tree looked up at the stars and said,
I want to hold treasure. I want to be covered with gold.
the second little tree looked at a small stream trickling on its way to the ocean.
I want to be traveling mighty waters and carrying powerful kings. I'll be the strongest ship in the world.
The third little tree looked down into the valley below where busy men and women worked in a busy town.
I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all. I want to grow so tall that when people look at me, they'll raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world.
Years passed.
The rain came.
The sun shone, and the little trees grew tall.
One day, woodcutters climbed the mountain. The first woodcutter looked at the first tree and said,
This tree is beautiful. It's perfect for me.
with a swoop of his shining axe,
The first tree, sorry, so I need to remember that. So super shiny axe, the first tree fell. Now I shall be made into a beautiful chest. I shall hold wonderful treasures.
the first tree said. The second woodcutter looked at the second tree and said,
Look at Trevor.
Sorry,
Nope, you're okay.
I'm so sorry.
Nope, this is just giving notes
This
for
tree is strong. It is perfect for me.
with a swoop of his shining axe.
The second tree fell.
Now I shall sail mighty waters.
Thought the second tree.
I shall be a strong ship for mighty kings.
The third tree felt her heart sink when the last woodcutter looked her way.
She stood up straight and tall and pointed, do you want like that? Pointed bravely to heaven?
I think if you just, like,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
She stood straight and tall and pointed bravely to heaven.
But the woodcutter never even looked up,
Any kind of tree will do for me.
he muttered, with a swoop of his shining axe.
The third tree fell.
The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought her to the carpenter shop.
But the carpenter fashioned the tree into a bead box for animals.
The once beautiful tree was not covered with gold.
Nor treasure.
She was coated with sawdust and filled with hay for hungry farm animals.
The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took him to the shipyard.
But no mighty sailing ship was made that day.
Instead, the one strong tree.
Was hammered and sawed.
Into a simple fishing boat.
He was too small and too weak to swim the ocean.
He was taken to a lake.
The third tree was confused.
When the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in a young lumber yard,
What happened?
the once tall tree wondered.
All I ever wanted was to stay on the mountaintop and point to God.
Many, many days and nights passed,
The 3 trees nearly forgot their dreams.
but one night, golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman placed her newborn baby in the bead box.
I wish I could make a cradle for him.
Her husband whispered. The mother squeezed his hand and smiled as the starlight shone on the smooth and sturdy wood.
This manger is beautiful.
She said,
And suddenly, the first tree knew she was holding the greatest treasure in the world.
Wait for Trevor.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded into the old fishing boat.
The tired traveler fell asleep as the second tree quietly sailed into the lake.
Soon a thundering and a thrashing storm arose.
The little tree shuddered. He knew he did not have the strength to carry so many passengers safely through the wind and the rain.
the tired man awakened
He stood up.
Stretched out his hands.
and said, Peace. The storm stopped as quickly as it had begun.
And suddenly, the second tree knew he was carrying the King of heaven and earth.
One Friday morning,
The third tree was startled when her beams were yanked from the woodpile.
she flinched as she was carried through an angry, jeering crowd.
She shuddered when the soldiers nailed a man's hands to her.
She felt ugly.
And harsh.
And cruel.
But on Sunday morning,
When the sun rose,
And the earth trembled with joy beneath her.
The third tree knew that God's love had changed everything. It had made the third tree strong.
and every time the people thought about the third tree.
They would think of God. That was better than being the tallest tree in the world.
The next time you feel down because you didn't get what you want,
Sit tight and be happy.
Because God is thinking of something better for you.